How's it going, everybody? So today we are going to go over some of the moves that I made in the previous days. But before that, please drop a like and subscribe and turn post notifications on. Also, drop down a comment. It can be about anything. So anyways, the first thing that I've actually done was I bought some Activision stock. As you see here, I bought 4 shares of Activision Blizzard at an average cost of 43.20, and my mindset behind this is because Activision does in fact have their earnings next week, and from the chart you see that Activision hasn't had the best time right now, and this is mainly due to the fact that they're actually dropping down in monthly active users for the past 4 quarters, I believe. So that's been really dropping the stock down. Also, they parted ways with Bungie, so obviously since they parted with them, they're gonna have to find another way to find growth in other areas of this year. And also, with their earnings coming up, it's going to be very uncertain because for this quarter, it's actually the quarter in which they make the most sales because of the holiday season. And one negative thing that could happen is that their key core franchises, like their Call of Duty games or their Candy Crush games, if those games do drop in users, that's obviously going to affect Activision Blizzard negatively and probably will drop the stock even more than it already has. As you see, in the previous year, it is down 34%. But if Activision does, in fact, hopefully at least stay stagnant in their monthly active users, then there should be a pop in their stock. I also did, in fact, buy a Activision call option right here. As you see, I bought the $44 call option and it expires next week. I bought this specifically because of their earnings, and I'm betting that Activision at least increases. And right now I'm not doing that bad. I'm up 14%, but it doesn't really matter right now. As soon as earnings comes out and whatever happens, I'm going to sell this call option so it doesn't expire worthless. And we're just gonna have to see what goes on. I'm trying to get better at option trading. See, with options, I'm not going to buy any random option. I'm going to buy only when there's big news or when there's earnings coming out. That's the only time I would buy. And I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made with Facebook when I bought a medium term option, which cost me about $2,700. Which, as you can see, $2,700 is pretty much more than a third of my portfolio, almost half, and that's like a big risk right there. Because what happened was the Facebook option that I bought was expiring on March, and it dropped down way more than what I was expecting, and I would never risk more than. As of now, I'm never going to risk more than 5% on an options trade because with that call option that I bought, it was basically dictating how my portfolio was doing. And every time Facebook was dropping, then my portfolio would drop. And I basically bought the call option, I think, around right here. And as you see, it destroyed me. And I sold it off around here. So I made most of my money back in a certain amount of time. But that's another lesson that I learned, is not to put a lot of money into one trade because there's a lot of risk that goes into that. And also, a lot of investors are betting that this quarter is going to be a lot better for Activision than the previous ones, because last Wednesday 16,000 calls were put on Activision at the $46 strike price. So let's actually check that one out right now. And this is before I even bought mine, so that wasn't even into my consideration of buying a call option. So let's actually check it out. They said the $46 one. This was it right here. As you see, there's still a lot of volume going on. 3,500. and most of them don't have that much volume, so that's a lot of investors are in fact betting that Activision will do good and their stock will pop. So hopefully that's what goes on. Either way, I'm going to sell off as the next day of after the earnings is reported, and hopefully I can get some profit on it for this call. But as for the shares, I plan on holding for a long time. I might buy some more. I might buy another 2 shares after their earnings. But this earnings is going to be very important for this whole year because they're going to show how their rest of the 2019 is going to be like. So that's going to dictate how Activision stock does for the rest of 2019. Basically, after their earnings, they're going to tell us how their guidance is going to be like. And if they do bad in this earnings, I believe that this stock could drop down even further to the $135 range because that's the next major support right here. My thought process of buying a call option was because it was also hitting this support line right here. So it also has the potential to go up to the $55 mark, which is going to be great for me if it does. That's going to be a nice option that I made, a nice option that I purchased. So we're just going to have to see. And that's all the moves that I made. I'm also actually thinking about buying some call options for Aurora Cannabis for next week because they also do have their earnings. Let's actually check it out. When is their earnings? Their earnings is on February 11th. So let's see what they have here. See, all these ones are down a lot because it's red. So I'm actually going to check these out more in depth and see if I can find a good one that I might consider buying. And then if I do buy some on Monday, I'll let you guys know on a video. And yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Please drop a like, subscribe. That'll help me out a lot. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.